So I'm Ronnie, and I'm the vocalist in Born of Osiris. We have a new album out called Through Shadows. It came out July 11th, and we're stoked on it, and we're hoping people are listening to it and liking it. You know,
Fantastic. Ray, thanks for joining us today, Ray. Couldn't ask for much more than that.
yes, that's all we're asking for. Pretty simple.
So, as you say, man, Born of Osiris released his seventh studio album, Three Shadows, earlier this month. So, I know it's only been a couple of weeks, but how's the reception been so far?
Honestly, I'm very stoked on the reception so far. There's people, the numbers look good on Spotify. Like there's been hardly any negative comments. You get those couple bad ones, but there hasn't been really any bad ones, and people have seemed to be really enjoying the album and comparing it to other albums that they loved. So it's been great so far.
Yeah, nice. So, for those who may not have heard the album yet, bro, tell us a bit more about it from a musical point of view and what you were going for with it this time around.
Yeah, sure. So we we started writing this one uh honestly during COVID, and different periods of different sections of time, we took a break and then we started back on it again. And it we've been holding on to this record for a long time. It was completed a long time ago. I mean, finally to have it out now feels awesome. But yeah, we were writing as a band in the studio, and we were just bouncing off song ideas, bouncing off lyric ideas, and like we were going through, hard times I guess you'd say, like during uh, COVID. We were wondering if we're gonna continue as a band, are we gonna keep doing this kind of thing. So yeah, it's just pretty much, it's a bunch of our work combined, and which makes an album. Yeah, so we're stoked on it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
because like it had a bit of a prolonged release schedule. Like the first single, Torchbearer, came out in 2023. So I suppose it showed the evolution of a band over a couple of year period, really, hasn't it?
Yeah. We were wondering if we would even put that on the album, and we decided, yeah, let's do it. That song, when we play it live, goes over so well, and just people are just moshing, and it's a great live song to play.
But
Yeah.
speaking of live songs, mate, like you would have had a chance to play a lot of the songs from the album live by now. So were there any that went down better than you thought they would, or any that maybe didn't go down as well as what you hoped they might?
Um, I feel like uh right when we started playing Elevate, that song just popped off live. You just saw people bouncing and uh just enjoying it. And that's one of my favorite songs to play live right now. Still is. The other ones, when we started doing more of the clean singing stuff, it's my first time ever doing cleans on a Born of Osiris album. I was kind of like, are people gonna like this, kind of thing. But at the same time, I just wanted to do it to because that's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to try new things. And um yeah, and those songs go over great live. So we got a mind short circuiting. That's just a very brutal technical song, and it just people are headbanging. Every song so far, I feel like all the newer stuff. It's like when we play the newer stuff, it's like you can hear a difference compared to the older stuff. You can just tell like this is just we're just getting better at our craft kind of thing.
Yeah, nice. And you mentioned the clean singing. Like, how did you go with that, bro? Like I say, it's the first time you've done it on the Born of Osiris album. So was it daunting or was it fun? Was it challenging?
Well, I mean, when like during COVID and stuff, I always say COVID, but like, we weren't writing a lot of music together as a band. So I would go to hang out with my friends in Chicago, and they'd be like, sing on this, do it. I'm like, I don't really sing. Like, you want me to try singing on this for real? And like, so I would go in the studio and I would work on their music and I would sing on their stuff. And they're just like, dude, you got it, man. You got to do this more. And I was like, okay, well, yeah, sweet. I want to do it on a Born of Osiris song. It made me feel confident to bring it to Born of Osiris.
Yeah. And how about fan reaction? Have you had much feedback from the fans, whether they like it or
I
not?
mean, I feel like it's been mainly positive. I know there's always those metal fans that say cleans do not belong in metal, and I respect that. If you don't like cleans, you're not. But like, I feel like there's a time and a place. I feel like it makes the song more, makes it different.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Three Shadows is your seventh album as a band, mate. So do you think it gets easier or harder to come up with fresh material the more you write?
Um, it depends. Everyone gets those creative ruts where you're just like, oh man, nothing's coming out. But like usually what inspires us is like going on tour, touring with other bands. Um, seeing other bands live can help, and then when you finally, you come home from all the chaos that we just went through, you want to write something. Usually something good comes out after you're back home from tour.
Yeah. Sure. So along those lines, how would you say that Born of Osiris have changed or grown musically from your debut A Higher Place through to Three Shadows?
Um, I mean, we were kids when the new Rain came out, 2007. We were just fresh out of high school.
Mhm.
Uh, 36 now, so we've been doing it for a while, and I mean, I still think we keep some of the elements from the new Rain, but not as technical in some songs. We have more structured songs now with like a verse, chorus, and whatnot. But yeah, we try to harness the energy we had when we were angst teens, and uh you know but I guess we've been slowly evolving in our own sound, and like I feel like when the new Rain came out, people kind of start like they said to us like you kind of started this movement where you got the keys and the breakdowns and like the syncopated like electronic elements into metal, and like I guess they're saying we're one of the pioneers. I don't know if we are, but so that's kind of cool to hear. But yeah, we just like trippy, heavy, fun music that you can rock out to.
As a band, I guess, mate, like how much musical growth do you think you've got left in you?
How, how much do I can keep going.
Yeah.
I got nothing else to do. This is it. This is it. This is it. So hopefully many more years. And you know, we've we've had obstacles as a band, a lot of artists do, and you either gotta push forward or give up, and giving up doesn't feel good. So you don't want to give up. You want to keep going.
Yeah, nice. Nice. And have you got any shows coming up, bro? You wanna give a bit of a push?
We have a US headliner called it's the Through Shadows headliner. It's with the Browning Victims, XD, Lost in Separation, and that's going to be a full US tour at the start of October. So we're excited for that one.
No worries at all. All right, Ronnie. Well, thanks very much for your time, bro. The album Through Shadows is out now, and she's a cracker, mate. So best of luck with it, and hopefully it brings you onto this side of the world eventually.
Yeah, we can't wait to come back to Australia.